So I have some good news. My arm is out of the sling, which is fantastic news. For those of you who don't know what I'm going on about, have got no idea why my arm was in a sling, well, I had it actually out of action for about 3 or 4 days. And if you want to find out why, then check back a few videos and you will learn why my arm was indeed in a sling. But I'll say it again, it's feeling a lot better, so I'm really happy about that. Now today, as always, has been a busy day. I like it when it's busy, I get a lot done. I've got lots of video editing done today, lots of preparation of videos that are coming up on the channel, so that's always good. And then I had to run an errand, and the errand I had to run was one of my pet peeves. It's something that really frustrates me, and that is paying import duty on packages that come into the UK from outside of the EU. Now there is sort of a threshold, and I'm pretty sure it's either $18 or £18, I can never remember which, but I had a card handed to me by the Royal Mail. The postman delivered our normal mail and handed me this card as well, and the thing that annoys me is that you can't find out who sent you the package. If you go online and pay the fee, you can't find out. If you ring them up to pay the fee, you can't find out. The only way you can find out is by going to your local sorting office where the parcel is held and to ask to see it before you pay the import duty. And the thing that makes it annoying is that to do that, I have to get in my car, drive to the local sorting office, find a space, sometimes have to pay for parking, then walk to the sorting office, look at the parcel, decide whether I'm going to pay the import duty or not, and then if I do, or even if I don't, back to the car and then drive back to do some more work. So I have to do all of that, and for the privilege of doing that I have to pay the Royal Mail £8 processing fee on top of the import duty. So for doing all of that running around, I have to pay £8 for that privilege. Crazy. I can understand if they charge sort of £1 for printing out the card and for the postman bringing me that card. I could totally understand that. And I could possibly even understand if I did elect to pay this online or over the phone, if I paid £1 for them then re-delivering it. But if I'm doing all of the running around and I'm going to collect the parcel, I think that the processing fee shouldn't be that much. £8 is a bit over the top. So you might be wondering, well, why don't you just pay the fee anyway and get it re-delivered? Well, I learned the hard way many years ago. I think it was about 5 or 6 years ago, and this was whilst I was doing the videos for Geekanoids. I started to get some companies send me products without asking me first. So it's fine if you've had an email communication and they send you a package and it does get caught for import duty, then that's fine. I'll pay the import duty, and more often than not the company that sent me the product to review would give me the money back via PayPal or direct into my bank account to cover the import duty. You know, some of them don't mind doing that because you're producing this review for them and evaluating their product, and they don't want you to actually have any expense for doing said review, which I'm absolutely fine with. But when companies send you stuff without asking, that's where I found out the hard way a few years back, in that I rang up and I paid the fee over the telephone. It was about 14, 15, maybe £16 at the most, so not a lot of money. And then a couple of days later I had this package delivered, and it was a USB hub that I wouldn't value more than about £10. They'd actually put a value on the item of about £17 or £18. I think the threshold is either £18 or $18 nowadays, but anyway, at the time it was just over that threshold, so I had to pay import duty for it, only to learn that it was a USB hub, and it was actually a rebranded one, exactly the same as one I'd featured in a video already, so it wasn't even worth featuring again, and it was very plasticky and not that great, you know. So I think I just gave it away to either a member of the family or a friend or somebody. I just gave it away, but I paid for that privilege. So from that day forwards, if it's the Royal Mail, I always go to the sorting office to find out what the product is. If it's a courier, and they charge a processing fee as well, but normally couriers charge about £4 or £5, maximum of 6 I think I've had processing fee. And if it's a courier, I normally ring them up and ask who the sender is, and then I can evaluate whether it is a company I've been in contact with, whether it's a product I'm expecting. But it's just one of my pet peeves, is having to traipse all the way down to the sorting office just to find out that it's a product I hadn't asked for, and that's what happened today. So alas, I had a wasted journey, and it took me, all told, about an hour to do that. So an hour out of my work schedule as well. But anyway, these things are sent to test us. I'm not moaning that much, am I? You know, it's part of it, but I just wish companies would always ask before sending out products. But still, it's been a fantastic day, a really hot day as well. Beautiful weather outside. The only thing I don't like about the beautiful weather is lots of bumblebees and insects that I'm not that keen on. I can live with them, of course, but I just don't like insects. Yeah, they annoy me. But yeah, just really nice weather, and as I say, I've got a lot of work done, which is always good. I love being productive. So I hope you had a fantastic day where you are. Thanks very much for taking the time out of your day just to hear me waffle on about my problems of having to go to the sorting office. It really wasn't that bad, but anyway, thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you like these little updates. I know a lot of you requested me to start doing these more often again, so I am trying to fit them into my schedule. As I say, I hope you've had a fantastic day wherever you are in the world. Let me know, actually, in the comments section, what your pet peeves are. I'd really be interested to read some comments about that. I'll see you all again in the next one.